Alright guys, BLM here, we're back, more God of War. Let's continue on. Yeah, to be honest, I'm relatively tired right now. I don't know why. But to be honest, I do think this will probably be the last episode we record for right now. To be honest, it's a lot of it's just because we're not really in a rush to finish this. Because we're trying to make this fill out the time between now and Friday, and we're still some time. So
it feels good to be strong, you know?
Yes, I know.
Okay. I forgot about these sort of things. Yeah, regenerate health, that's what they do. Wait, where'd it go? Shit. Oh. So yeah, I'll probably stop recording after this. We are already, I mean, by the time we get through this, we're gonna be about halfway through the game anyway. So yeah, we'll probably finish the game up still by, like, easily by the end of tomorrow, I would think. I don't know, actually, I don't know how much I'm gonna record tomorrow. We'll see, but either way, we'll finish this by Friday, definitely. Like, that's not really even a question.
There we go. Want me to shatter it?
I did not mean to do that, okay.
Oh, I'm gonna like this. Strange though, that one didn't completely blow up.
How convenient, right?
That crystal, I shot it once. It's going again.
Yeah. Okay.
I didn't do much back there.
Well, that's a shame then. Yeah, last episode I was talking about Ubisoft and how they develop Assassin's Creed and how dumb it is. Essentially, like how at one point there were 4 fucking games in development, which is funny. Like 4 main series games in development. In was it Unity, Rogue, Syndicate, and Origins were all being developed at the same time, which is really fucking funny. I never noticed that until just now. Because I mean, Unity had been in development since 2010, since after Brotherhood, and this is after Black Flag when this was occurring, while all 3 of the games I just mentioned, Rogue, Syndicate, and Origins, all started development right after Black Flag. But it's just really funny that they were doing 4 fucking games at once. Obviously all developed by different teams. Was it Montreal 1 developed AC Unity. Montreal 1 is the team that developed AC 1, 2, and Brotherhood. So yeah, it's so strange that Unity ended up becoming the way it was, considering it was such a talented team. Like the team that like started Assassin's Creed and they just fucked it up.
There's a bridge over there. How do we get to it?
And yeah, I mean, again, I still don't know who to really blame for it. I mean, obviously Ubisoft, but it's like if we were to blame like an individual person, who do we blame? Because like Alex Amancio is like the guy that you can like throw it on, but Alex Amancio is the creative director of Unity, and he's the guy that also did Revelations. Which is interesting about that is that he didn't join until like part of the way through the game. Because again, Revelations had already been developed. Not Revelations. Brotherhood. Unity had already started development when Revelations. Unity. I don't know. I'll essentially break it down. Unity and Revelations started development at the exact same time. So he didn't join Unity until like a year afterwards. A year after they already started development. Okay, what are we doing right here? Do we throw it there and then? Yeah, okay, that's what we do.
Oh, guess not. Now it's stuck on the other side.
It's really weird, the development cycle of these games. Fuck, that's not what I meant to do. There we go.
I will never get tired of shattering things with this.
Yeah, Unity was developed by Montreal 1. while Montreal 3, like it started development when Montreal 3 was working on Revelations. Which is strange that those two were in the same, being developed in the same year, considering Montreal 3 developed 2 games in the same time that the Unity team developed 1. Because Montreal 3 is the Black Flag team, so they developed both Revelations and Black Flag in the same time that the Unity team, actually in less time than the Unity team developed Unity.
It is over.
Like in the if we're comparing Montreal 1 and Montreal 3, in the time that Montreal 1 developed Unity, which took 4 years, Montreal 3 had developed Revelations, Black Flag, and had already been a year into the development of Origins, which is ridiculous. It's such a weird schedule. Like, it's such a weird way to make games. I mean,
We must be near the top.
that's just so weird. But yeah, obviously, as I said, Montreal 3 started development right after Black Flag. They started development on Origins right away, which is interesting. Because again, the thing that I don't get entirely about Origins is even because they did start development right after Black Flag, which obviously makes sense. Like obviously, but what the fuck were they doing? Like that's what I don't get. It's because like obviously they were in development of Origins, but it's like what were they doing considering one,
It's alright.
their biggest gameplay influence was The Witcher 3, which didn't come out for another year and a half. So there's that. And second thing is that the narrative had to be rewritten towards like halfway into development because Darby left. So it's like, what the fuck were they even doing this entire time? I guess they were just making ancient Egypt. Is that what they were doing? Like making the open world? Because it's like, what the fuck else would they have been doing that would have ended up in the final game for the first like year and a half of it? I mean, obviously, I believe their actual, like, The Witcher 3 was, like, the influence from The Witcher 3 was, like, again, like, halfway through development. And initially, it was more so an influence from Dark Souls, I think is what they were influenced by in terms of combat. But still, it's really strange. Okay, this looks really cool, actually. Yeah, it's such a strange development cycle. You see, I like these. I mean, it's so weird too because like with Assassin's Creed, it's like it's really like people complain about like with Assassin's Creed, like oh these companies need as much time as they need. I like that they should get as much time as they want. And to be honest, I feel like there's got to be a perfect middle. I think these games that take obviously the games that take 1 year development like Revelations and Rogue, obviously that's not good. But then again, I feel like these games that take 4 years to development, like Origins and Unity, I feel like that makes them so disconnected from every other game. Mind you, with Unity, it was okay because it was a reboot. Like it's a with Origins, I mean, Origins is pretty much a soft reboot. That's what Origins is. So with that, it's fine, I feel like. But like with Unity, I think that really just made it so disconnected from every other game in terms of modern day. Like again, there's no modern day pretty much in Unity. And the more I think about it, the more I'm pretty sure that's because it was just in development for so long before that they didn't really have a plan that far ahead.
You hear those voices too, right?
Yes. Be silent.
Because remember, when Unity started development, Black Flag had not even been thought of at that point.
You said you killed it.
When Unity started development, I mean, AC3 was only in development for 1 year at that point. Like, it's such a weird cycle, really, that, like...
Tell me.
Wow,
Tripping over yourselves to impress Daddy.
The tattooed man.
but yeah, then obviously, as I said, like with AC...
Where would they go next?
with Assassin's Creed having 4 games developed the same year. The other 2 were Rogue, that began development the same year, was Rogue and Syndicate. Rogue being developed by Ubisoft Sofia, who has not developed another Assassin's Creed game since. Mind you, they do DLC. That's what they kind of focus on nowadays, from what I understand. They did, I believe they did the Hidden Ones, right? And Curse of the Pharaohs. So, I mean, they did that, so that's cool. Oh, we can move now. Okay. And then obviously Sofia, Ubisoft Quebec, who developed Syndicate, who are now developing Odyssey. Which, yeah, I mean, Odyssey had been in development since Syndicate finished in 2015. So that game was given 3 years. And that seems to be, like, from what we understand from Ubisoft, especially based on all the interviews they've been doing, is that there's only 2 teams working on Assassin's Creed now, being Black Flag team, being Montreal 3, and Quebec. Which I am okay with. I mentioned this before. I feel like that's better. I mean, I feel like they have. I think like a lot of people like to bash on Ubisoft. A lot of people within the Assassin's Creed community. I do think Ubisoft though has learned their lesson in terms of sticking to like a yearly schedule and the development cycle of Assassin's Creed. I feel like they've learned, and that I do truly believe that they will only release a game if they truly believe it's ready. Because with Unity, I mean, we all know that they knew it wasn't ready, but they felt like they needed to release it because of the yearly schedule, because of stuff like, because obviously they had all these other games already lined up to be coming out, like Syndicate coming out the next year, like games like, obviously Rogue was supposed to be coming out at the same time. So I feel like they've learned their lesson. Obviously now only 2 games are being developed at the same time. I think that'll also allow for more cohesiveness, hopefully, between the 2 teams. Considering there's only 2 teams working on it, not fucking 4 like back in 2014.
She wanted us to spread our ashes on the highest.
I'm hoping they. I think they could turn around. The thing is, though, the thing is that I loved Assassin's Creed at the beginning is not what they're even trying to do now. And to be honest, at this point, I don't expect it either. Which I mean, again, what I love is the modern day. I love the
Could not be what she meant.
a mix of the modern day and then also continuing characters like Ezio, where he was given his own trilogy. Yeah, we're just not going to see that anymore. They blatantly said this, that we're not ever going to see
looks like a giant's finger scraping the sky. That size peak in all the realms.
a person, like a character with multiple games. But it is what it is.
When the giants destroyed all other bridges to their realm, they locked this one up with a secret rune. If it still exists, only a giant would know it.
And all of them left Midgard a long time ago.
True. But today, the winds of fate have kicked up a strange vortex of coincidence.
What a strange man.
There's only one person alive who can get you where you need to go. And luckily for you, my schedule's wide open.
We're going to
Okay.
Jotunheim, right?
It's your best and only move from a tactical standpoint. It's the one place the man who cannot be killed won't follow you.
What do we do?
Yes!
First, you need to cut off my head.
Wait, what?
Odin made sure that no weapon, not even Thor's hammer, could free my body for these bonds. But fortunately, you don't need my body. The trick is, we need to find someone who can reanimate my head using the old magic.
Old magic. There's a witch of the woods. She knows the old ways.
And she'll help, she might do, worth a try.
But if she fails, he will be dead.
He tortures me, you know. Every day, brother. Odin himself sees to it personally, and believe me, there is no end to his creativity. Every single day. This isn't living.
Very well.
Oh, I can't watch this.
Brother, in case you can't resurrect me, there's something you need to know. Boy, the longer you wait to tell him his true nature, the more damage you do. He will resent you, and you may lose him forever.
There is much about me I would not have him know.
So you value your privacy more than your son, eh?
I'm going to cut off your head now.
Fair enough.
Yona! We're going to Yona! We're going to find the long-lost realm of the giants.
Okay, so
That's...
Inconvenient.
Yeah, that's just what I was going to say.
all right, new destination. Can we fast travel or no?
Atreus, here!
That's a cool area. So do we have to backtrack? I don't remember. Oh, I did not mean to do this. But whatever, fine. We'll do it, I guess.
Hey, it's a fragment of a language cipher.
Nope. We're not doing that shit.
Do you remember the way to the witch's house?
Yes, the woods with the blood red leaves, south of the lake. I know just where to go.
Oh, here it is. Okay.
Hope she made it back from Alfheim and can bring Mimir back. You seem nice. Before you cut off his head.
Okay, all we can go is here. Okay. Which again, I mean, this is hiding loading times. This is the thing, like a lot of this game, I obviously like they're and I mean essentially they like they really try to
World tree.
Boy, stay on the path.
Right, I know.
they really go for this like, oh, everything's one shot sort of thing, which is true, but that's because they're like hiding a whole bunch of loading times here and there. Which yeah, I think is, I mean, obviously it's impressive that they were still able to do it, but it is pretty blatant at points. But then again, I'm pretty sure there's a lot of points where it's not blatant, and I would, that's why the thing, like, I would love to hear the developers really talk about this, of how they covered up a lot of the loading times, because I feel like it'll be really interesting to hear. Like, obviously this is all just like covering up loading times between fast travel.
Is that why you don't like to talk about
My kind.
your family? Before Mother and I. Where you came from? Mother.
That's why like the portal just randomly shows up at a certain point.
It's not the time for
Because obviously this is essentially just a loading screen, a glorified loading screen. There it is. Ah, fuck. Okay.
Rock! Rock! Rock!
What? I'm on a fucking break. Don't hear me screeching at you whenever you're twiddling your short and curlies.
Leave him, boy.
No, Beth. Well, you already soiled my solitude, so you may as well join me.
You're not hungry.
Good. It's not what I was offering.
Saw your brother again.
Congratulations. And I'm sure you'll let him go and Roger my axe good and plenty again. Let's see the damage. Canker throat wouldn't know proper weight and balance if it
Yeah,
was
someone posted on
dangling
Twitter,
off his-
or on Reddit, sorry, that Vanessa from BB17, Vanessa Russo is the most overrated player of all time.
Well enough.
And yeah, I mean, I don't think she's the most overrated player of all time. I think that would be Danielle Reyes, but I think Vanessa might be up there. I think Vanessa played a very good game, obviously. I already talked about this earlier today, but yeah, she played a very good game, but obviously fundamentally, like, one that, I mean, if she got to the end, she would have won, but she had a misread of who would take her to the end, I think. And obviously she put herself in that position. I mean, really, I mean, her social game was mediocre, and in the sense where no one really liked her as a person, but people respected her, which is obviously great when it comes to jury votes, but not great when it comes to, like, when it comes to having people feel obligated to keep you around. A lot of the reason why she stayed around so long was because she just kept on winning competitions. I mean, she would have been gone at Final 4 if it wasn't for her winning the veto there. Again, at Final 3, obviously she needed to win the final HOH to get to the end. I mean, it was either her or Liz that needed to win. I mean, really, Steve winning was the only situation where she doesn't get to the end. But still, that situation happened. There are many other times where it's like, I think she could have easily gone home at certain points. And she did survive being put on the block after the veto by Becky, which is impressive. But again, I feel like a lot of that wasn't really due to things that she did. Or at least a little bit of it was. But I mean, it was mostly due to things that Shelley did poorly, and also Becky did poorly. In the sense that, obviously, Shelly made herself a really big antagonist to the 3 deciding votes in James, Megan, Jackie. Because those 3 determined the votes no matter what that week. It was 6 people voting, and Becky obviously wanted Vanessa out. So it was really up to those 3 if they wanted Vanessa or Shelly out. And obviously, with James having just gotten rid of Clay, who was Shelly's showmance, it made more sense for them to get rid of Shelly. And yeah, I mean, obviously that was the case. So it's like it wasn't really Vanessa doing anything well. It was just Shelly doing, not saying even Shelly doing anything bad, really. It was just Becky being bad, I guess, technically. Okay, what the fuck? Why can't we get out? No, back up.
I haven't told a lot of stories, have you?
That and also the fact that, what is it? The reason why Becky wanted to get rid of her to begin with is because Vanessa went up, because when the previous week where Vanessa put up Jason and blindsided Jason, she pretty much showed Becky all of her cards. Which, I mean, again, she gets credit as his master strategist. And while she's very good, she's not perfect. And that's the reason why she was put up by Becky to begin with, is because she allowed Becky to see everything she was thinking during that week.
If she can't bring it back to life, can we keep the head?
No. But you may feed it to the fish.
Okay.
I do think Vanessa is an overrated player at the end of the day, though I do think she's still a very good player, obviously. But I think she, again, like Tyler, where Tyler lacks the strategic game, Vanessa lacks the social game. And I feel like the social game is much more integral to your success than the strategic game. Because as we saw with Tyler, as someone who had a pretty mediocre strategic game, he was still able to use his social game to implement himself within every single person's like final 2 plans. He was able to become the final 2 like plan for every single person left in the game by final 6. Okay, what the fuck are we doing?
Isn't that heavy?
Yes.
Where are we pushing this to? I'm so confused. What are we doing? What? Oh, this is all for a fucking thing? Ah, damn it. Oh, well, we'll get it. This will be the last episode I record for right now, by the way.
Use it. We can.
I'm starting to get really fucking tired. Yeah, while Vanessa's really good, I do think she's a bit overrated. Okay. And also, I talked about this earlier too, where I feel like Vanessa, this is like one of the few seasons, modern seasons, where she actually does well to begin with. Because this is, I mean, I think this is the last season that was really filled with people who actively wanted to play the game and wanted to vote for people who played the game. I think like once you get to BB18 to a degree, but I mean obviously with BB19 and BB20, obviously by that point it's kind of gone. It's more so people voting for more personal reasons. Okay. What are we doing now? Am I lost?
Now where do we go from here?
I'm pretty lost, to be honest. I don't remember how we get through this. I feel like we're going the wrong way, but I might be wrong. Like what? Because it tells me to go here, but then we can't actually go here, right? I did not mean to do that, but fine. I don't remember anymore. Oh. It's this way, isn't it?
She must have similar things that
There we go. Yeah, this must be it.
Keep looking.
Yeah, this is where we're supposed to go. Oh, we can't do it though because there's an enemy somewhere. Okay. But yeah, I think again, I think Vanessa's a great player, but just not really a top. Like, I think she's a player that only does well in certain situations, and that just ended up being a very good situation for her. But I think most seasons she does not do particularly well. Again, I mean, I think further proof of this is BB-18 with Tiffany. Because I think Tiffany and Vanessa are very similar players. Mind you, I do think Vanessa is more, I wouldn't say game savvy, but more,
What'd I do?
I don't know what the right word is, because it's like, I mean, obviously Vanessa is a former poker player. She is a person who has studied game theory, so obviously she knows that part of the game better than Tiffany. But
I bet this'll lead out.
I do think Tiffany is actually more social than, wait, what are we doing? I thought this was the way. It's more social than Vanessa. Well, whatever. Fuck, I'm so fucking tired. My eyes are like fucking drained right now. Isn't this the way? Yeah, it is. I'm pretty sure this is the way. Isn't it? I'm so fucking confused. I'm lost. I legitimately am lost. I could have sworn this was the way, though. I'm so fucking lost. Again, this is sad considering this is like the third time playing the game. But again, I'm also fucking tired, so I think that's also probably a hindrance here.
Now where should we go?
I don't know. Where does this want us to go? Okay, so it does want us to go here. And then it wants us to go here. It's like, how do we go up? Oh, fuck off! Okay, there we go. As I said, I did remember this. It's just, it didn't seem to be working there. But yeah, I guess it's working now.
There he is. I hope he remembers us.
Yeah, I really like that turtle. It's pretty
How's
awesome.
it going, Charlie? Is your witch friend here?
What is that name?
That's what he told me it was. Or what it sounded like in my head anyway. Charlie. Okay, here we go.
More enemies. Again, this is such a beautiful looking area, though. I guess it pretty much just looks like a fairy tale. I mean, it looks like a better version of Toussaint in The Witcher. Oh, fuck. I really need the runic attack, actually. Light one. Okay, we'll get that. Fuck, I'm like, my eyes are so drained right now. Holy shit. It's like struggling to keep my eyes open. Oh my fuck, I missed that. So yeah, this will be it for today. Which is so strange. I don't know why I'm so tired. I didn't really, honestly, I mean, I didn't do much today. I recorded this, I watched, I got up, watched Australian Survivor, recorded, almost all day until 4. I mean, like, on and off. I did do some other things, but I mean, for the most part, that's what I did. And then, went to class for 4 hours and then came back and recorded again, and ate dinner and whatever else. But it's like, I didn't do that much today. Like, I'm actually planning on doing more tomorrow than I actually did today. But still, it's like, why the fuck am I so tired?
Father, she is here. It's so good to see you again. I knew you weren't dead.
Hello.
Oh, can you bring a head back to life?
I'm not sure I understand what... Wait. Where did you get those? The arrows. Give them to me, now.
They were a gift.
Do as she says, boy.
These arrows are dangerous. They're wicked. You find any more, you destroy them, understand?
Was that ever explained?
Do you understand? Say it!
Like, why are they
I
wicked
understand.
and whatever?
If I see them, I'll destroy them.
It's all I ask. Forgive me.
Okay, something that
Please,
is
take my
annoying
arrows
though
and
that I did
place.
see that was
I have no need
confirmed
for
is
them
that the level that the enemy scaling in level scale, whatever it is, in Odyssey
What's this
cannot be
about
turned
ahead?
off, which is pretty annoying. I think that pretty much confirms that we are going to be playing Odyssey
Do you
on
have any idea
on
who
easy,
this is? Did you kill him?
just
At
because.
his request.
Yeah, I don't feel like dealing with
Could
that.
revive him.
Me? Are you sure you heard
Because
him
I
right?
guess everything scale. It's not just the enemies. It's like quest scale, reward scales, which is like
Take him to the table.
I don't know. I don't particularly like that. Again, because like part
Been a
of
long
the
time
like
since I've practiced
something I
the
love
old
about doing the
magic.
new game plus of Origins is just
Hold
like
him there.
like running in, like killing everyone, everything, just running into
Thankfully, his head
places,
hasn't
just
decayed
slaughtering
much and his
everyone.
brain is still
That kind of takes
intact.
away that part of it, which is kind of a shame. But whatever.
Nice clean cut. Cutting off his head of all people. I sure hope you know what you're doing. Now, hold his head under the water and don't let go. I mean it. That's enough.
It worked!
Let me see him. Mimir? You there?
Yes.
Good.
Oh. Hello, Freya. Been a long time. You look well.
What I did for them. As far as I'm concerned, death suits you better.
I'd bow if I could, Your Majesty. Forgive me. Had I known the witch in the woods was Freya herself, I never would have suggested this.
Freya? The goddess Freya?
You didn't know either? Sorry.
When word gets out that Mimir is free, the wrath of Odin won't be far behind.
You are God.
Leader of the Vanir, once yes, but no longer.
You did not think it important to tell me.
Are you really going to lecture me about that?
We are leaving, boy.
What?
Now.
You're welcome.
Why did you do that?
We cannot trust her.
Because she's a god?
Have I taught you nothing, boy?
But she's helped us a lot.
She lied.
Some people value their privacy. Best not to judge, brother.
When I require your council head, I will ask.
Fair enough. Get me to Tyr's temple in the Lake
oh,
of the
fuck.
Nine, and I'll get you to Jotunheim as promised.
We know the temple.
Short life in a merry
Only
one,
the last
as
living
promised.
giant in Midgard. Better to tell us the way.
Fuck off! Can he stop
World
talking?
serpent? Wait, do you know how to talk to him?
Indeed. He speaks an obscure tongue more ancient even than these mountains. None are left in Midgard who speak it. Except, of course, for me.
You do?
It's true. You wouldn't know it to look at
I
him.
never
but
said it wasn't.
Jormungandr is a sparkling conversationalist.
Oh, did the water go down? Wait, where are we going? Oh, well, we'll do this next episode. I didn't plan on doing anything else here. So yeah, we'll end the episode here. Tomorrow, we'll go ahead and continue on. I probably won't record until the afternoon tomorrow. Because gotta get some stuff done in the morning. Maybe I'll record early in the morning, but I do have to go to some places tomorrow. But either way, that's it for now. Thank you for watching.